Hello guys, in this video we are going to have an example. I'm going to show you an example of how to create a responsive web page. Okay, this is going to be a second example that we are going to have a look at in this HTML series. So let's start with writing our HTML code. So here I'm going to say div, I'll say class like this. So I'm going to give it a class of header. Okay, I'm going to close the div. Inside my div here, I will have my h1 tag. I'm going to say welcome to HTML tutorial and then close h1 element. So once this is done, we're going to have another div. I will say class nav like this. Let me close that div. Inside that very same div, we are going to have another div like this. That we're going to have class of menu, and I'll close the div like this. Div. You know what? Here, instead of saying nav, I'm going to say that it's the class main. Um, no, maybe I'll say section, for example. All right. Yes, so in this particular div, I am going to add some links. So I'll say href like this, maybe home. Close the tag. I will copy and paste. And here will be blog about us, contact like this. Another thing that we can add here is going to be another div. So I'll say div. This will have a class as well. So I'm going to say class main. Yes. So this is going to be main. Let me close the div like this. Inside here, I will say h2 introduction to HTML h2 and then paragraph. I will copy some text, paste it in here. So this is our second div, and I'm going to add another div here, and I'll say class will be right underscore section, and I'm going to close the div so that inside I will add, some HTML. No, that's not where I'm supposed to add. Yeah, it's here I'm supposed to add. So here I will say maybe sidebar content. Yes, that will be like this. And then out here, I will add another div. This is going to be used as a footer. Okay, so class footer. Let me close the div. And all I'm going to say here is copyright 2023, 2024, like this. So here is the skeleton of my web page. So now it's time for me to write some CSS. So the first CSS, let me come inside my style here. So I'm going to say uh, for all elements, box hyphen size in. I will set it to border box like this. Okay. So once this is done, what else can I start? Okay, so let me style the header class. So I'll say header. What am I going to do with the header? Okay. Even before the header, let me say body, for example. Just say body. I can use a very specific font family. Say font family Redana, and then the color. So now you see the font family has changed, and the color, it will be this one. That is too grayish. Yes. Like if I say A1, A1, A1. That's maybe A, E here. No, it's not. Okay. Like this color. No, it's not working. Okay, so let me say 40, 40, 40. Okay, this is a lot more better. So that's for the body. Let's now style the header. So for the header, we're going to give it a background color. It's going to have this E5, E5, E5. Yes. And the padding, maybe 15 pixels. Okay. And then text underscore align, maybe center. And what do you need? Maybe font size. We want the text to be responsive as well. So font size, maybe 8 VW. Or maybe 5. Okay. or 2. If it is 2 like this, maybe 3. All right, so this is for the header. We have another one. So this is section here. So the class, we will say that section. As for the section, are simply going to use this overflow and set it to auto. Yes. So that's what we are going to do with that. And then after the class section, we have the class menu. So class menu, we will add some CSS to that class. So that will be that menu. So we want our menu to show on the left. So we say float left. And then the width, we say width 20%. Okay, and then text align center. Yeah, so now this is how our menu is going to show. So since these are in the menu, we have links here, anchor tag. We are going to work on them. So we say menu A. Okay, so anchor tags contained in the menu class, we will give them some HTML properties. Maybe they need some background, okay? Background color. So we say like this. Background color, it's going to be the same color as the header. Copy that, paste here, semicolon. We will say padding 8 pixels. Yes, maybe add some margin top, 7 pixels. And what else can we say? Maybe display block. Yes, so if we say display block, this is how it's going to show. And then the width will be 100%. Okay. And color, we want it to be black as the rest of the text. So this is how it's going to show. All right, so that's it for this part. Now let's take the class here, the next class, which is main, class main. So we say main. I'll open and close the curly braces. As for the main as well, I want it to float left. Yes, and the width maybe 60%. Yes, so now you can see how, the main part is going to show here. Yeah, maybe I can work on the padding right, padding left a little bit. So that will be 0, 20, and all that. Yes. So it's going to have some padding from the left to the right here. And now this is how our text is showing on the screen. What else can we talk about? So this is for the main here, maybe the right section. Yeah. So as for the right section, I will come here. I'm going to say that right underscore section. So in the curly braces, I'm going to have the same CSS as this one, except that for the right section, I may not need the display block here because, okay, it's just some text that I want to show, but I want the color to be this one. I want the the background color to be that one. I want to have my padding to 15 pixels. Okay, I can remove maybe the width will be 20 pixels, 20%. Margin top, I don't want that. What else do I want? I want it to float left as well. So if you say float left, now you can see it will show on the right side here because I'm forcing every section here must float left. So this one will be the first, this will be the second, and this one will be the third one. And if you can add, the width of these three parts, so 20 plus 60 plus 20 will give you 100%. So these three must align, you know, on the same horizontally on the screen. Once I have done that, maybe I will add some margin top. Yes, margin top will be this one. And then text align. I will say text align center. Yes. So now if I say text align center, now you can see how our page will show on the screen. So here I have a lot of text. Maybe I can reduce some text like this. Yes, so now let's work on the footer. Okay, in the CSS, after we've done that, we can say footer. As for the footer, we want the same background color. We want text align to be centered. We want the padding to be 10 pixels. And then we want margin top to be 7 pixels. Yes, so now you have the margin top showing. So that's basically how we can work with this. Okay, so now you can see the website is responsive. Okay. The next thing that we can do is that we will use some media query like here. Okay. So we want to say, okay, if we use media query, we want these three sections here to stack one upon the other. Okay. They will stack vertically. So because here, as you see, when we reduce the size of the screen, they are not stacking one upon the other. But this is how it is going to show. It's not fully responsive. So we're going to use some media query to do that. So I'm going to say at media. So just like we did in the previous video, and inside the brackets, say max width 600 like this. So this is to say if we have the screen which is going to have the width of 620 pixels, we want our menu. Okay, because we have the menu. The menu is, you know, all these links that we have here. So all we will say that we need our menu. We also need this section main. That's what we called it. So comma main, class main as well. And we also need to style the class right section. Okay. So we say right underscore section, and we will say width to be 100%. So that is to say if we reduce our screen size, we want these three sections here, which are displaying here, these three sections. We want them to have the width of 100%, like to occupy the whole width of the page. So now when we decrease like this, you can see how this will show. So here we have our menu. This is our main class, and this is the class right section. But when we increase the size, it will show like this. We decrease, it shows like this. Okay, so that's basically how what we are saying here. Maybe we can add some more text if you want. All right. Add another text here. Again, yeah, so this is it. And if you want, you can change the color, okay? Maybe the background colors that we have here, we can change that as well. For example, if we want maybe here to have a different color, like this, for example. Or instead of using the hexadecimal as we are doing here, we can use standard color names. And for example, here we say Dodger blue, like this. Maybe the color will be white. Yes, so it will show like this. We can change colors down here as well. Okay. And then color of the text to be white here. Yes, so that will be it. And for the footer, if we say tomato, for example, let me have this. Yes, and maybe color maybe white, like this. As for the right section, maybe we will say slate blue. And then the color white, like this. Yes, so now you can see. Yeah, so maybe the menu here, we will say that there will be orange, like this. And main, we can also give it a background color. Background color, which color can we give to this? Maybe we will say that it's going to be light gray. So if you say light gray like this, um, and margin top, 7 pixels. Yes. What else can we do? Maybe we can reduce some text. Okay. So when we do like this, yeah, you can see our website. So guys, that's what I wanted to show you on how you can actually create a very responsive web page. And we've used the float element, the float property, the media query, and all of that. It has given us this particular result. So you can use, the various concepts that we have discussed on this video in your personal projects and adapt them to the needs of your project as well. So guys, I hope the video was informative enough. And if you still have questions on all that we've seen in the video, feel free to write in the comment section so that we can continue the discussion. And I hope the video was useful and informative. Please don't forget to like, to comment, to share, so that people that may need, all the that we have discussed in the video would have access to that. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Let's meet in the next video.